In your eyes, I find my peace, a love so sweet. It won't decrease in every smile.
It's Saturday evening. The kitchen is a mess, flour dust the counters. A little has fallen on the floor. And even more decorates In's cheeks like freckles. She's following a YouTube tutorial on her phone, tongue sticking out in concentration as she tries to bake cookies for the very first time. In muttering to herself, okay, just mix it like this. Not too much, not too little. Pouts at the lumpy batter. Well, it looks edible. Cook better not laugh at me. She pours the batter carefully into heart-shaped cookie molds, the kind that make biscuits perfectly shaped, and slips the tray into the oven. She leans against the counter, wiping sweat from her forehead with flour-covered fingers. After about 20 minutes, the timer rings. She opens the oven, and her eyes widen. She gasped a little, then chuckling nervously, oops, a little black. But still, they looked edible and cute. And smiles. Proudly she sets them on the counter, waiting for them to cool. Just then, the front door opens. Jungkook steps in, holding a tub of ice cream. His eyes immediately find her, and without a word he strides over. Jungkook wrapping his arms tightly around her waist, burying his face in her neck, pressing soft kisses there. I missed you. In giggles, squirming in his hold. Kook. Wait, what are you doing? Jungkook muffled against her skin, whining softly, embracing my world. In giggling, trying to pry his arms away. At least let me breathe. I have something to show you. Jungkook finally loosens his hold, curiosity flickering in his eyes. In spins around and proudly points at the plate of cookies. In smiling, why Tada? I baked these for you. Jungkook blinking, completely stunned. You baked for me? In nods, her smile growing brighter. Jungkook's eyes shimmer, tears threatening to spill. He knows she isn't good at cooking. Noodles were usually her limit. The fact that she tried just for him makes his heart ache in the best way. Jungkook voice trembling in, this means so much. He picks one cookie and takes a bite. His eyes widen, but instead of reacting, he hums softly, enjoying it. Jungkook grinning through the salty taste. So tasty, love. In's lips curve into a bright smile, relief washing over her. She reaches to grab one cookie for herself, but Jungkook quickly lifts the plate above his head, smirking. In pouting, yeah, give me one. Jungkook teasing, no way. You made these for me, so I'll eat them all. He picks one up and puts half of it between his lips, the other half sticking out playfully. In narrows her eyes, then smirks mischievously. She tiptoes, surprising him by biting the other half straight from his lips. Their mouths brush and Jungkook freezes, cheeks turning crimson. In chews once, then her eyes widen. In pulling back dramatically, face scrunching. Kai Jungkook. That's salty. Jungkook playing innocent salty. In rushes to the counter, grabs the sugar jar she used, and tastes it. Her eyes widen in horror. In groaning, oh no, I think I accidentally filled salt in the sugar container. No wonder. Let's throw these away. Jungkook immediately stops her, holding her wrist gently. Hey. No, don't. In frowning, but they taste terrible. Jungkook softly with roll in his eyes. These are the most delicious cookies in the world. You know why? Because my wife made them for me. And that makes them priceless. I won't let you throw them away. In's chest tightens at his words, tears of love filling her eyes. Without another thought, she throws her arms around him, hugging him with all her strength. Then, overcome with emotion, she tilts his face up and kisses him deeply, pouring all her love into it. Jungkook's eyes widen in shock. Before closing, his face flushed red. His arms tighten around her waist as he kisses back passionately, their lips moving in sync, both laughing softly between breaths. For Jungkook, the salty cookies don't matter. What matters is the sweetness of her love, a taste he could never live without. Saturday night movie night. Jungkook and In are cuddled up on the sofa, wrapped in a big blanket. A movie is playing softly in the background, their favorite weekend ritual. In rests her head on Jungkook's chest, His arm draped around her, fingers drawing lazy patterns on her arm. In smiling softly, this is my favorite part of Saturday. Just you, me, and a blanket. Jungkook presses a kiss to the top of her head, mine too. Love, I wait all week for this. Suddenly, everything turns pitch dark. The movie stops, the TV switches off, and the room falls into silence. The power is gone. Normally, a generator kicks in. But this time nothing. Jungkook's body next to yours went rigid. His breath, which had been slow and steady against your neck, suddenly became a series of ragged, terrifying gasps. His grip on your arm tightened. Not in a hug, but in a frantic, desperate clutch that made you gasp in pain. His panic hit you like a physical wave. You felt the tears welling in your own eyes, seeing his mind flash back to that terrible, locked room childhood fear. In Jungkook, hey, talk to me. You whispered, fear shaking your voice. He didn't answer. He was miles away. Trapped. Jungkook, no, please, turn on the light. He choked out. His voice thin and raw, his eyes were squeezed shut, tears spilling onto his cheek. Frantically, you swiped at the cushions, searching for a glow. Your fingers closed around his phone. With a shaking thumb, you hit the power button. The harsh, brilliant beam of the torchlight sliced through the black. Look at me, baby, you pleaded, scrambling to straddle his lap, pulling your face close to his. He immediately dove, burying his face deep into the crook of your neck, a sound escaping him that was half sob, half animalistic terror. His whole body trembled uncontrollably. You gently pulled him back, forcing him to meet your gaze in the beam of light. You cupped his tear-stained face, your thumbs wiping away the wetness. Slowly, tenderly, you scattered soft, reverent kisses across his forehead, his cheek, his nose, and finally, his trembling lips. And open your eyes. Love, look at me. It's only me. It's your YN, you whispered, your voice a lifeline in the chaos. He finally fluttered his eyes open. His gaze was blurry, lost, but when it finally locked onto your face, a small, fragile piece of his composure returned. In your safe, you insisted, holding his head still in your hands. You are here with me. No one can touch you, not until I'm here. Okay, we're taking slow, deep breaths now. With me, baby, in and out. He tried. He really tried, but a painful, wheezing cough cut off his attempt. He collapsed forward, burying his face back into your neck. This time you didn't fight it. You wrapped your arms tightly around him, rocking slightly. You began to stroke his back, kissing the delicate skin just behind his ear, letting your lips trail down the curve of his throat. You felt the tension in his shoulders start to melt as your soft, insistent kisses work their magic. You let the kisses become more purposeful, tiny, gentle butterfly touches on his neck, leading down slowly, sucking his Adam apple. His breath hitched, his fear hadn't vanished, but it was starting to be replaced by something else. Something hot, consuming, and deeply anchoring. The need to feel you completely against him pushed out the shadows. Your hand moved to the pearl buttons of his shirt. Slowly, intentionally, you unfastened them one by one, trailing a lingering kiss and sucking over the bare skin revealed by each undone button. You kissed his collarbone, his sternum, and followed the line of his ribs. With every deep, sucking kiss, his breath caught not in fear now, but in a sharp, yearning gasp. He was losing himself, but this time, he was losing himself in you. When his shirt fell away, you pressed your palms flat against the warm, solid expanse of his chest, pushing your forehead against his. You kissed him softly yet passionately, biting his lower lip so he gasped, and kissed him until he was out of breath. You felt his heart hammering, but now it was a steady, rhythmic demand. You moved your hands to roam over his back, pressing against the muscles there, a silent promise of protection. Breaking the kiss, you raised your head. Your kisses grew bolder, more possessive. You suckled and lightly bit his skin, deliberately leaving marks, small, reddish-purple declarations that this body, this moment, belonged only to you. Jungkook, his breath hitching, voice small, even lifting her head, kissing his trembling lips softly. I'm here, baby, Here for you always. His eyes were closed once more. But the tears were gone, his head tilted back, exposing the clean line of his neck. An invitation for more of your sweet, urgent torture. You quickly slipped the buttons of your own shirt, pulling the fabric free, throwing it onto the sofa, your skin pressing against his. The sudden, hot contact sent a tremor through his body. Jkm he let out a low, guttural moan that vibrated against your chest. You began to move your body against his, your hands tracing the sculpted lines of his chest and back. He was no longer whispering for the light. He was whispering your name, voice thick with a want that drowned out the darkness. And you, with a silent, fierce love, began to claim him, tracing the lines of his fear with the heat of your devotion, painting his skin like your most cherished canvas. The next morning sunlight streams softly into the room. The power is back, but neither of them noticed when it returned. Jungkook stirs first, blinking against the golden glow. His body feels strangely light, as though the chains of last night loosened in his sleep. His arms are still wrapped tightly around him, who's sleeping peacefully against his chest. Her hair played across him like a blanket of its own. For a long moment, Jungkook just watches her. His lips part slightly, eyes glistening as flashes of last night return the blackout. His panic, his tears, and then her, always her. He glances down at himself and freezes. His skin is covered with faint marks, not scratches from pain, not bruises from fear, but soft little love stains from In's kisses. His collarbone, his chest, even the side of his neck carry her devotion like a quiet testimony. Jungkook whispering to himself, voice breaking, she didn't let me drown too. She held me, she saved me. His hand trembles as he touches one of the marks on his chest. His heart swelling. For years, the only marks on his body were reminders of punishment and fear. But now they're reminders of love. Proof that someone chose to cover his scars with warmth. In stirs, eyes fluttering open. She looks up at him, smiling softly even in her sleepy haze. In murmurs morning, love you okay? Jungkook swallows hard, unable to stop the tears that pool again, but these aren't panic tears. These are gratitude. He cups her face, his thumb stroking her cheek. Jungkook voice trembling in the, no one has ever, he pauses, taking a shaky breath. JK, no one's ever held me like that before. No one's ever kissed me like they were putting my pieces back together. Her eyes soften, and she immediately kisses the tears slipping down his cheeks, just like last night. In whispering, then I'll do it every day. Jungkook, as long as it takes. I'll cover every scar with love until all you feel when you touch yourself is me. Jungkook pulls her into his chest, hugging her so tightly she giggles against him. But she doesn't let go. His body shakes as he lets out a small laugh through his tears. Jungkook whispering into her hair, you're my home. In my safe place, my light in the dark. She kisses his chest again, right over his heart, and whispers back, in you're my everything. They stay like that, wrapped in each other, while the morning light fills the room. The blackout of last night already feels like a distant storm, because this morning, Jungkook wakes not in fear, but in love.